Hello again from Kremenchuk, close to the Dnipro River, a bit to that direction. There's a beach, that direction, other direction is also a beach. You have of course the river, parks here. It's fairly nice. So this used to be the river station for boats that moored there. Yeah, perhaps a bit further, I don't know. I don't remember exactly. I saw them once in 2013. After that they didn't go anymore. Possibly because they would come relatively close to the separatist area. I'm not sure if that was the reason. Zaporizhia, for example, they would have to go through there. And Kherson, yeah, but it's close to Crimea, although there were no hostilities going on really there. In any case, I have not been able to go on such a cruise, a bit of a pity. What I wanted to talk about was some discussions of the equipment that I used and still use on my trip. This I used both on the bike and normally. This pocket light I use normally, not to light anything up on the bike. I use the Lumitop B01 for that and the Dynamo headlamp. So this I tested in the Netherlands. The solar panel, it's more of a gimmick. It's in one day of charging, it charges like 10% or so of the capacity. That's just not worth it. It's a waste of time. I used it on the bike by putting it in a bag at the front, then put a cable from it to the phone and the input here of the power bank to the solar panel, but it does not properly work, or didn't properly. I don't know if it's a glitch or always works that way. I need to check it, but I only use it 2 days. And what it does not do properly is, or did not do properly at that time, but probably doesn't do it at all, is charge the phone plus at the same time get charged. So it does one of them. It's charged either the phone or charged itself, but it did not work for both at the same time. So what I did for example, use this, then charge it, and use it at night a bit. I use this as well, the Miller 102, which I like. It's very lightweight, with an 18650 battery. I have several of them, so I can put others in it. I can also use the 18650 from this pocket lamp, the Sofern SC31 Pro, which has a USB charging method. So I can also use this, by the way, to charge batteries if I don't have this, or if this malfunctions for some reason. It's nice to have some backup. I replaced the LED with the Nichia 519A 4000 Kelvin and the reflector with a lens. I like it. Lightweight. I use it with a neck cord. So yeah, I put the solar panel on the rear of the bike, on the back or on the rack. I reorganized a bit. The second day I put it directly on the rack. Worked very well. Charged the power bank, in a day or less, which means like perhaps 6 hours of sunlight or so. I don't want to use the solar panel directly on the phone because the voltage gets a little bit above 5 volts, like 5.7 or so, I think I measured. I prefer to sacrifice the power bank if something would happen rather than the phone. So what else? Phone mount, yeah. I also used the phone mounts that I showed. Well, actually one of them in Ukraine. I only used the rubber one because it also, it's just safe. It absorbs shocks a bit more. If the phone, it's like, for example, mounted like this, but the center of gravity is a bit to the front, so the mount is to the rear. So what happens if there's a big shock? It'll go like this. So it'll move, which means it does not get a direct shock as it would get if the phone could not move. With the aluminium phone mount. So I ended up on the bike trip from Czernowci to Kamjanec-Podilsky to not use the phone mount at all. The aluminium one. That's it. Da. That's it for now.